Hello, welcome to Mark's Dice Tales. This is the continuing adventures of Savage Worlds, Tarn and Sorcha, a noble-born warrior with a family heirloom of a mighty double-handed axe, and a dutiful warden with keen eyes, an archer, have been anointed elves to come to a temple to help restore the wards that will prevent an ancient evil from raising. This is their third room. We've rolled an exit room, so there should be another way out of here. However, I've also rolled that there's a puzzle door, and there's an extra door out as well. I'm just giving myself a little antechamber for a bit of a breather. But the temple is corrupted, as you can see by these gooey, vinous blobs. And they think they passed the right to enter the temple, but the temple challenges are going to continue. They are escorting a magical healing fluid, and they need to get it to a certain room, which they will know when they get there and what to do with it. But the law of the elves, as their kingdom has dwindled, they are a couple of factions that are interpreting what must be done to slay or keep imprisoned this evil here. And there are some debates as to what will bring the elves prosperity. Do they free the prison and release the magic? Do they contain and reinforce the magic so it contains whatever's held within? And we're not too sure. I haven't really rolled on who is on which side yet. I just sort of see if the story develops. I'm developing a procedural dungeon from this one-page sort of dashboard, which I created myself, based on sort of just seeing YouTubers and a bit of knowledge about other solo role-playing games without actually playing the other role-playing games. It's just that they have an oracle, they have tables to give you prompts when you don't know what's going on. So, Sorcha and Taran. Sorcha, did the lawkeepers not tell you that there should have been more members? More than just two? That was a long time ago. I don't know if there's even 4 sects of the elves anymore. Earth, wind, fire, water. What do they even mean? Maybe me and you are all they have. I wonder. I just felt something tingle on the back of my hairs. Whether someone had been here before us, or someone may come after us. Well, we made it through the test. I did think there would be more to it than that. Some sort of grandeur, some sort of light, some sort of knowledge that we're on the right track. It is strange. But look at these dark veins throughout the walls. This is not natural. This temple is on dark times. We must get to its center and rid ourselves of this. Make ourselves names and go back as heroes. If we survive, these dark veins are getting louder. I can hear them. I can feel them in my head. My temples. My body's reacting to this place. Me too. I wonder what it could mean. There's a strange door. They open the door a crack to have a look through, and they can see the pulsingness on the floors. The walls have got dark veins within them that seem to go through the elven ruins and carvings, ruining their magnificent effect with an eerie glow. So there is a light as well. We'll give them a light. Look there. That is a door unlike any other we've come across so far. I think that will need some investigating to get through. Well, let's see what does it need to get through. Let's do a quick D4 charisma check is going to be needed. So we're going to need athletics, and we said athletics to protect our body. I rolled it's an exit room, but I've also rolled it's a corridor. So I'm giving one other way out, and I'm giving a puzzle door at the end. And we're going to need to protect our body through here. Now, I came up with the idea of these whispering corruption. It's going to try and sway our 2 pure anointed elves and sway them to do the wrong thing in the last room. So they're going to make protection athletics check. I'm going to say that I said athletics. As I said, I just picked a key word because it's meant to be health strength. So it's the body. I mean, it feels it's maybe a bit more willpower-ish, but maybe the way that this temple works is it's It doesn't matter too much, does it? Like, we can twist the rules. So I said athletics. Oh, I feel like I'm twisting my rules now. I'm sat here playing it with the video on. I felt. Now we've got the puzzle door. I could technically cheat it. Say the charisma check is the willpower check going on in my mind, and the athletics check is still something physical that needs to be done, something physical that needs to be taken to this room here. That's it. See those stone blocks that had fallen during the earthquake that created the chasm. I think something's missing from the door. It looks large. It looks heavy. Do you think we could maneuver it? There are several blocks. Maybe one of them is the right one. Maybe if we maneuver them. But what about those strange pulsings on the wall? We should do it quickly before any enemies come out. I think I've picked up on me, myself, and die. Sorry, I'm gonna get out of my head. Get out of my head. Right. Okay, so I think I've conveniently put 3 blocks there. That's going to be my athletics check. Something's broken off this door. To pass through, we must re-acquaint one of these doors, the right one. So I'm going to do a 1, 2, and 3. And then when it gets to the door, maybe someone's got to get to the door, find out which one it is. Then we find 1, 2, or 3. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. Okay, Savage Worlds. There is a force of enemies in here that we're going to be battling at the same time as doing that, because I really like a complex challenge to my role-playing games and dungeons. And this door is, should we fail over here, we've got another wrenching exit. It feels like our trials are not over. Let us get on with this. Move aside. I will go in with my axe. Should there be any danger from these dark ruins? Even looking at them, my eyes, I see dark swirls in my eyes, like it's trying to reach into my brain. And sure enough, inside the room, inside these pulsing, corrupted pustules, are creeping small creatures, and somewhat larger ones as well. I do not like it, Sosha. Let me go first. My axe will cleave anything before me. Okay, Arnold. Right. Where are we? So, Sorcha is out of Benny's. Did I gain anything in that little RPG extraction? She is arrogant. Oh, right. Okay, we could do her arrogant. She's mean and she's stubborn. I did not need you to go in front of me. I am skilled enough. I have not been trained by highborn races and tutors. I've earned my skill. I like that. That's a Benny for you. Give me a reroll. Thank you very much. What is he? It is my code of honor to protect you. It's not your code of honor to protect me. It's your code of honor to get this artifact to its destination. And he has no comeback for that. I'm not gonna give him any bonus for that. He's just acting Schwarzenegger. So with the arrogance of my archer, she's gonna step in and say, if we clear the room before we even step in there from the doorway, then these dark shapes are nothing. Right. So she's gonna move in. She's gonna be behind cover. It's just that I can't quite. These are small models on a small board. So she's going to stay in the cover of the doorway. She's sensible. She's arrogant, but not stupid. Let's say we're going to take out the 2 closest ones. So I'm going to take 2 actions. So I'm going to -2 to these rolls. And giant spiders. I don't think they're giant spiders. Let's see. I'm just going to use. Haven't really examined the. I'm going to use goblin statistics. They're just grunts, and they were foot grunts, but I want them to look like dark coalescing shadows. So I'm using spiders, and I'm going to call them goblins for stats. So what do I need to hit? We need to hit over their parry of 5, and I'm shooting them with a shooting of a D10. So D10, and where's my nice big D6 gone? Nice big clear white one. That you obviously can't miss if you drop it anywhere. There, big one. Right, D6, D10. We've got a bit of table room here, yeah. And I just let myself go first without rolling initiative. Should we do initiative? Let's do it. Archer, 7 of spades. That's good. That's in the influence. Barbarian, diamonds. Second row. Diamonds, but the barbarian's faster for the. And I'm going to say there's a wild card in the room. He's got 6 of spades. We haven't revealed the wild card yet. Sorry for the spoilers. Let me know if I shouldn't do that. But it's keeping a lot in my head. I need to put it on the table. Okay. So technically, Sorcha does go first. So he does get out of my way, Tarn. I will prove that I'm worthy to be on this quest. So do we say D10, D6? Right. First one here at -2. So we're going to need to hit 5, 6, 7. Ooh. We've got an 8. So there's no raise and no exploding. So now we do the damage of the bow. And the damage of the bow is 2d6. 2d6. And we're going to need to get over 4. I think these do add together. These 2d6s. 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just a minion. So they get shaken, they get wounded. Toughness 4. So I would have needed 8. And I got a 9. Yeah. I think if I just got if I got less than 9, he would have just been shaken and he would need to unshake to maneuver. That is 1 for me. Sanchez Sorcha. Gotta get rid of that accent. I've been listening to Gore-Tex and Felix as well. That's an 8 again, so that's a hit without a raise. Parry 5, 6, 7. Yes, we've hit. And the damage 4, 5, 6. Toughness 4, 4, 5, 6. So that's a shaken. I'm pretty sure they need a wound to go out. I didn't quite get that one. Right. Then it is the wild card. One of the larger forms is creeping out, but it's going to be clever. How far can it move? Pace of 5. So that's 2.5. Let's say it's coming out of here. 2.5. If it stands there, it's going to be out in the open. It doesn't really want to do that. So it's going to go behind this one here. And then 2.5. I can run as well. Let's see if it runs. Gives it -2. Gives an extra 1. That'll technically be 3, won't it then? 1.5 maybe. It'd be right in front of the doorway, not quite close enough. Because it's a wild card. Extra abilities, extra. I'm going to use the sort of slightly tougher one. It's got dices. It's got bennies. It can hold. It's going to hold. It's not on the board. It can't be shot. It's sort of being sneaky and shadowy, sort of out of sight behind the other ones. I think that's the best place for it. So he's going to hold his action. See if the other things can get forward. So in that case, it leads us to the barbarian's turn. Okay, now it's my turn to shine. Ulrika, I've been reading. Yeah, what have I been reading? Gore-Tex and Felix, and I'm on the Vampire Slayer one. And there's just been some terrible news with Ulrika. Oh, sorry for spoilers, man. What's the speed of my barbarian? My pace is 6, so I can move 3 for free. Go on. I'll take 3. I'm going to come into the room. I would need to roll 5 or 6 to get there on a run. That'll give me minuses. I'm going to give myself a shooting roll. I'm going to say I've got daggers in my backpack. If I was starting out and wrote these adventures myself, I would have had multiple weapons on me, ranged, and so a D4 because I'm not skilled in shooting, and that'll be something else I'll be changing when I come to make my own characters. This was the fighter from the core rulebook, and he doesn't have shooting. I always min-max. Well, not min-max. I always spread. I'm not a min-maxer. I'm a spreader for jack of all trades. So D4 and D6 to try, and I'm going to hit the unstunned one, which is out in the open. Ooh, give it a big, yeah, no, out in the open. We've got an exploding, so we've got 4, we've got an 8, it's exploded again, 8, 12, 13, 14. So he whips out his small throwing axe and whizzes it. And so that's going to be throwing axe is a D6 plus strength. So we're going to have 2d6s plus our strength, which is d10. That's going to be a lot for damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Such a, that is how you do it. You need more than a shaft of wood. You need a proper axe. Now, you fool, you're out in the open. No need to be mean, such a playing to the silly traits. Okay, so that's going to be, that's the 2 heroes have gone. Now it's going to be the he's closer now, so I reckon we can probably hit him. Yeah. But so we want a ganging up bonus, so we're going to send. This is just a small one. I didn't have it. I've got more small ones somewhere, but I've been packing away and really limiting my pool of foes. So this one is going to close up, and it has got a fighting of D6. So to hit the barbarian, it's going to need a parry of 7. So it's going to need a 6 to hit me. So in that case, it's going to leap at me wildly, which will give it +2 as far as I'm aware. 2 plus 2 is 4. Miss. I don't think I can do anything else. But now it's ganging up. So when the wild card comes in, I'm going to have it do D6 fighting, so and it gets a D6 as well on top, the exploding one. Let's see what happens. And I get +1 to this. So 4, 5, and 2, and 3. So it does not connect. Can spend a Benny? No, we'll save our Benny for now, because we've got 3 wounds. And this one needs to unshake itself. Let's see, shaken. Recover from shaken as a free action. It is a spirit roll, so I need to make spirit D6. Spirit roll versus what? I think spirit versus vigor. Spirit? No, that can't be right. Let's pause the video. Okay, spirit roll. So you basically have to roll over 4 with my spirit. So D6, roll over 4, 3. I fail it. Failure. The character remains shaken. He can only perform 3 actions. Can I gang up if I'm? Can he just join the fight? I don't think he can. They are stunned but temporarily suppressed. They must make a spirit roll to be effective. Ganging up. These tend to be all in alphabetical. A, B, C, D, ganging up. Per additional attacker. Yeah, that's in the short rules. Well, each adjacent foe. So I think, and it does allow us to move. Look, you fool, you're swarmed by the creatures. Who was your tactics teacher? The scullery maid. Oh, she's getting a biting meanness in. Right. Oh, there's a great maneuver where you can have 4 attacks at -4. Is that worth it? You just go, defend. That's why I've been drawn to these rules. There's lots of it's not overly complex, but it's a bit fun. It's very, very pulpy. So we shall see. Okay. F1 has acted. Now, I did say there was a challenge. Was it charisma challenge is affecting our brains? Right, I'm going to make us... What kind of minuses? I'm going to make it cumulative. Every time I fail, I'm going to get -1, -1, -1, to a maximum of -4. And these whispering nodules of chaos are sort of saying, they're sort of creeping in, saying, do the right thing and free me. I'll grant you power. That kind of, your friend isn't trustworthy. Those kind of whispering lies. Oh, Spider-Man when the electric guy gets taken out. I love Spider-Man, the way they portray the villains and that evil whispering in the music soundtrack. Tarn, is he affected by the whisperings? He has a spirit of D6, and he's a wild card, so he gets 2d6. He's not affected. He explodes. Oh, he's got a. Let's see if he gets a raise. He doesn't get a raise. If he got a raise, I think he would have shaken it off. Maybe temporarily, maybe for the duration of the dungeon. So remember, this is the hazard that I rolled in this dungeon. I just wanted more than just a straight up fight and hit points. Sorcha, can she fare any better? What is hers? D6 also. She's a wild card, so 2d6s. 6. She also explodes. Oh, she's hit it. She's hit 11, so she's done the raise. She says, that pain behind my eyes. I can shake it. Well, and nothing can penetrate your meanness, Sarcha. It's bothering me, but then I'm suppressed by all these things. Maybe their group effect on me is having some sort of effect. I'm between two of the large nexuses of their vines. I see no way through to investigate the door while you're there. You must clear them, Tarn. Okay. With that, we'll clear the initiative from the first turn. And let's get second initiative. Let's say Archer at the top here. Queen of Diamonds. Barbarian, Jack of Spades. Good job. He's hopefully going first. 6 of Diamonds, they're going last. And the wild card, Jack of Clubs, which is no good. That's last. So it's the heroes before the enemies. Can you see well enough? Should we get a... Am I going to go for... I don't know. I'm going to... That looks good. Let's put the roll back down. Okay. We have got the Jack of Spades. That's pretty cool. Right. That's wacky attack. I'm surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. And one of them is a wild card. And there is something about like there. Wild attack. The wild attack is +2, but I get -2. Don't fancy that. There was another one. There is another. Rapid attack. Sometimes an outnumbered fighter needs to sacrifice skill for blind luck. A rapid attack is a wild swing of the blade or a hasty spray of shots that favour the fortune over expertise. Both the melee and the ranged version inflict -2 penalty to the parry, so we're still going to lose the parry. In melee, the warrior can make up to 3 attacks as a single action to roll a fighting dice for each. So I would roll 3d10. That's better than 2d10 at -2. 3d10 at -4. No. It would be good if you had a joker that was giving you +2 or other means to get +2. And I still get my wild card. Wild dice. So this does stem from a Western or a pulp game where you're fanning the hammer. -4 for 3 attacks, rather than taking 2 actions, taking 2 swings. And in this game, is it better to take out the wild cards before the big bug, before the way I'm playing it right now? I'm not generally bringing on minions. We might do. So I might take out the minions. You could also push, and that will give Sorcher a way to get past. Sometimes the character may want to push a foe in the hopes of knocking him out of position, prone, or even into a deadly hazard. That's pretty cool. Bash, push it back 1 inch. 2 inches on a raise, a strength roll, and the defender hits, if the defender hits an obstacle. We're technically going downstairs. That's what I wanted to represent here. So I might give some damage for every 1 inch you would have moved. 1d6 damage. That's a lot, isn't it? Oh no, damage because you need to roll over your toughness. So you'd just be shaken, basically. Okay. I am going to push this weedy one out the way to give Sorcha a way past. Now, I don't think there is anything about zone of control and stopping next to enemies like there are in many other war games. Not that I've seen. Do correct me because I'm new to Savage Worlds. I'm just enjoying the fun of the pulpiness. You can push, you can knock, you can carry, you can throw, which I don't get in war games. I want to smash through windows and push things off ledges. Right, let's push that dark coalescing force. It's a dark coalescing shadow in a goblin-like form, or spider-like form. So I think we're doing... I can't even say it's opposed. It just say it's a strength roll. It's got to be opposed, hasn't it? It'd be strength versus agility. So I get my 10 and d6. His agility is d8. Let's do it. I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I do want to attack, so I do want to do 2 actions, so I'm going to get -2 to this. The coalescing dark force has exploded. 8, 9, 10. I've not exploded, so I have failed to push it. So in this case, I'm just going to kill it instead. I'm going to take my axe. Now I do have sweep. Can I just look up sweep? Okay, sweep is attack all adjacent foes at -2. This is -4. So I've actually got sweep was better than rapid attack, I believe. So, but this is going to be very unlikely to hit. I'm going to need exploding 10s, basically. So I've got my 10, I've got my d6, because I've done 1 action to push, 1 action now to sweep, but I'm going to be getting, instead of -2, -4. Let's hit the first coalescing blob. 4, 5, miss. Do I keep the same d6 for all of these? Maybe you do. 6. I need to be rolling over. I need to be rolling a 10, basically. Ooh, that's a close one for this shaken one. 8 -4. Nope. I would have needed 9 or 10 to hit anything. So, completely ineffective turn. You're full of Taran. You're waving that axe, that family heirloom, like it's a harvesting fork. Ooh, good point. I did roll as a key word to give me an idea of what this room was. I rolled harvesting. So that sort of goes along with, well, lots of things. One, I sort of harvesting it as reaping the anointed ones from the true champions. So it's still this room generally, even before it was corrupted. This charisma test would have been reaping the foes from the crowd of the heroes of anointed that are allowed in this temple. But now it's corrupted. Now it's sort of just double whammy. And harvesting, I mean, you've got the spider eggs, and they're sort of. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's like Dixit. You've got a clue. It's a board game, by the way. You've got a clue, and you sort of abstracts your thoughts out. I love abstracting things out. Anyway, you fool. Right, Jack's gone. So, Queenie of Diamonds, you're going to be shooting into combats. Is there anything else you can do? This is where we need the mage to say teleport. Push. Assist. Taunts. These are dark chaos things. I don't think you can taunt dark chaos things. Is the room to get in? I will draw my sword and come into your side. Yeah. My archer draws a sword. At least we are assisting each other now. So that might help with the gang up bonus there slightly. But the archer is not. Sorcha, the archer. Fighting d6. So we've got 2 d6s. We've got our wild dice. 4, which goes up to a 5 because we're ganging up on this one. Is that how that works? And I don't know if the shaken actually gives him any negatives. Roll spirits to unshake, and you need to raise to act. I don't think. Yeah, basically just takes you out of action. But my parry is 5, So I've hit the shaken one. I think a second shaken, a bit like Sword Widows, is just going to go to wound. Oh no, I need to beat the toughness still with the weapon. So it's just a sword, so strength plus d8, d8, d6. It's hiding behind there. 3, 4. We just get the toughness. Let's take one out. Even if I'm not playing it right, I'm having fun. I didn't say how many actions. If I'm not saying how many actions, I'm going to take one action. Simple as that. Who's next? The wild card. Right, you've got the bonus at the moment, wild card. So you're going to use it. How many actions do you want? Your fighting is a d6. Maybe you just want the one. Maybe you can hold, let the other thing go first. The other thing distracts me, so I'm easier to hit. I think this is how the game works. So the first coalescing little goblin creature, the other one behind it looks much bigger, but it seems to command the other one to go first, and it will. Aim is for shooting. So the little dude is going to use his agility to distract me. So he's going to have a d8. So if he gets an 8, if he gets over 4, the other guy's going to get +1. If he gets 8, it can go anywhere. 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. So not quite. I needed another. If I got 8 and a 4, I would have had a raise. So I would have got +2. So I've given myself +1 to hit the barbarian. So with that +1, I'm going to take 2 attacks on the barbarian Tarn with the bigger guy. He's got a d6 and it's a wild dice, so he gets a wild dice as well. And I'm going to take -2 to this. So d6, d6. So +1 to these. Don't want to wild attack it. Give me +2. Oh, we've got +1 for ganging up as well. Oh, non-stunned ally, so the stunned ally wouldn't have done anything about that. So we've got +2 to this already. So we counted out, we've got 2 attacks, countering out the -2. If I do a wild attack, I'll get +2. That sounds good. Let's do 2 wild attacks. Can you do 2 wild attacks? We've got an exploding 6. 6, 11, 12, 13. And I needed to hit 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's with a raise. He's hit me with a raise, so that's a wound. No, it's not a wound. He's hit me with a raise, which is extra damage. What damage does he do? He does d8 plus d6 for the raise, and plus his strength of d8. Oh, he's got 2 d8s. There's another d8. So he's done 7, 8, 9, 10, beating my toughness of 6, but with 2 armor. Is that right? But 6, so 6. So it's gone from 4, 5 up to 6 because of the armor. That's how I'm reading that. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's beaten my toughness with a raise, so he's shaken me and he's wounded me. So I'm now shaken. I am now wounded. Now I can spend a Benny to soak that roll. So I'm going to spend a Benny, get rid of that. And soaking, which is a vigor check. My vigor is d6. So d6 plus a wild. 5. I think that was a 4, but the 5 is a success on each raise reduces the number of wounds. If I remove all wounds, I remove the shaken. So it's a solid hit, but I recover from it. But I've lost a few resources from it. Ouch. So well done, Spider and Little Spider. Wild Spider and okay. Where are we on? 36. Let's try and finish this battle, shall we? I think that's it. Whoa. going on? We got Archer Sorcher, Barbarian. Oh yes, he's fast. Coalescing little goblin grunts, and spidery wildcard. Who's going first out of this lot? We've definitely got Spade going first. Then everyone's a heart. It's Tarn versus a wildcard versus us before the minion. Do I want another charisma check on me? Yes, we do. So charisma is wielding into the barbarian's mind. Spirits, d6, d6. He's got it. He's blasted it. He's blasted it. Ah, that pain, that sort of weird bite. His adrenaline's coursing through his body. He got a raise. He raised on top of that as well. He's not going to be bothered by these whispering chaos. He's shut it out of his mind. He's just wielding his axe. Sorcha might. She's going to have a free turn because she passed last turn. And then we're going to focus on. He's going to say the pain. Focus on the pain. We can get rid of these dark whisperings in our head. So I'm going to give Sorcha a test as well. She's got a. Oh, she fails it. So, but she gets a free ride from last turn's raise. Do I hold? If I hold, I'll let the queen go. We don't want that. Wild attack on the wild card. Is that the best you've got? D10, D6. No minuses. +2. Oh, that is vulnerable. Because, so +2 to this. I'm going to take 2 swings as well. Did I take 2 swings for that one? Oh. Right, I'm going to take 2 swings. Because it's vulnerable, that's going to counteract my -2. I think that's where we're at. We've got... What do we need to hit him? He's parry of 5. So we've hit him, but with no extra damage. So the damage of our axe is strength plus, I think that's D10. D10. And we need to get over 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, we've only shaken him. Then our second attack, D10, D6. We've got a 6. We've got a 12. We've got a 18, 19, 20. So we're definitely doing more damage. So now it's 2d10 plus an extra d6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Not enough to raise, but I think we've got a wound on there. Now he can use his Benny to soak. So he does a vigor roll, d8, needing 4 plus 5. So he shakes this as well. So it can seem like you're not doing anything, but this is also their way of doing less bookkeeping on hit points. Because I've lost a Benny to soak that roll, and I don't have that many. And then it's up to the Dungeon Master. Is this the pace of the game going well? I'm going to use my Bennies or not? Do we want a challenge? If you're playing solo, how much of a challenge do you want? It's feeling quite tough. So I think I struck him twice. I wound him. I've got to keep track of striking him twice or not. I think we did strike him twice. We shook him. We shook him and wounded him. No, we shook him, which wounded him, and he soaked that second one, which made him fresh. Then the queen does her turn, and she doesn't get the benefit of her ally this time. Well, she's still ganging up on him, but what's she doing? She's D6, D6, D6. She'll still go in vulnerable. She wants the +2 ticks. He's got a high parry. 5, 6, 7 is just a hit, just what's needed to hit him. So she needed that +2. She needed that +2. So she's doing good damage, which is 2d8s. 7, 8, 9, 10. Toughness is only 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, shaken and wounded. Shaken and wounded. Going down. Benny being spent, none left. So that really makes it perilous. That makes it just as perilous as Sword Widows. Sword Widows gets there faster. Can I soak this? So my soak roll is my Vigor D6, so 2d6, my wild dice and my normal dice. We've saved it, but we can't do that again. So the dark mass swings its pseudopods, and whatever life-draining effect they're really sort of shaking it, but he's grinding its teeth. So we've had the spade go. We've had the queen go. Now we're down to Archer. I will assist you. She's getting +1 from the gang up. So maybe the gang up sort of like holding turns and being defensive. I don't know. What are you doing? So she's a D6 and a D6. Misses. So no penalties for that. And then the grunts. I think what benefit? Other than giving +1, is there anything better he can do? You're okay, of learn +2 fighting, +2 damage. Oh, +2 damage. Yeah, he'll just do +2 damage, gets his +1 for the other one being adjacent. So D6. 4, 5, 6. 7 needed, so he needed to get a 6 to hit. 4, 5, 6 +1 for the adjacent. 6 is a hit. Damage is D4 +4. D4 +4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my toughness is 6, so that is shaken. I don't think I can stop that, because I've run out of bennies. Finally, hold in there, Tarn. I still need you in this fight. Sorcha, ace. Tarn, club. He's shaking. He's going last. Grunt. And we've got a Joker from the wild card. We've got to take it, haven't we? Right. Let's do the coalescing black mass of chaos attacking Tarn with his +1 bonus. So 2d6 to hit. We've got an exploding, but it's a rubbish explode. It's a 7. But 7 was needed. 8 is hit. And this isn't even a wild one. This is just a straight up attack. I just went straight into roll. I didn't declare anything, did I? And again, I'm not really moving the blocks during combat. I'm just locked in combat. Doesn't matter. I'm having the weird chaos brain thing going on, which is more an extra hazard for the enemies. So damage is 2d8s. Ooh, only 4. So my toughness, Barbarian's toughness, Taran's toughness, blocks this. The hit gets through, but the armor and will holds. That is the Joker. Even with a +2, it's a terrible roll with the Joker, to be honest. Waste of a Joker. I think the Joker is licensed to do much more, especially if you're a hero. So Joker went first. Sasha, we're gonna need to. He's gonna need a raise to fight. I'm gonna hold to see if he comes around. If he comes around, I'm gonna interrupt, distract, and allow him to hit the wild card. He's the main hitting force. Or, yeah, because I'm shooting into combat otherwise. I don't like my stats on my creatures because they're just creatures from the book. I want to make my own heroes now that I've played a few rounds. I've played rounds before the video as well. I had some really interesting ones where I found treasure and such like that, but for some reason the video wasn't up to my quality bar, which you know where that is. So we'll hold, which means we're going to go to Minion. Minion will make a wild attack. Minion is D6, D6. No, just D6. 4, 5, 6 is a hit. Damage is D4 +4. 8, which is a wound. 8. No, that's shaken, but a second shaken becomes a wound, if I'm not mistaken. I can't soak this. You definitely need bennies to soak. So wounded, down, distracted, prone, shaken, stunned, drop, vulnerable. A wound gives me -1 to literally everything I do, which is even the recover roll. So that is the spider gun. We'll do Torn, vigor roll, D6. Needing 4 pluses, but needing an explode to act. 5. We've recovered from shaken, but we've still got the wound. And now we can't get rid of that wound on future Benny soaks because it's just like an inflicted wound. It's now permanently in my body. Unless there's magic or healing potions and such like that, he couldn't do anything. So then it's just Sasha's turn. She might as well swing. It wasn't vulnerable this turn, didn't get +2. So it's D6 plus D6. We got an exploder. Come on, make it a good one. Make it count. It's a 7. 7, and we needed 5 to hit. So at least we've hit. So the damage, I think, is strength plus D8. Her strength is D6, D6 plus D8. 3, that's not going to hurt anyone. New round. Sasha is still going to be affected by the weird chaos things. Whisperings in her ears. We failed it. Ooh, she's getting -1 as well. So we've both got -1. She's got like chaos, a status effect on her. You've got to have to remember that isn't staggered. Sasha, 8. An ace, sorry. Diamond, the minion. We're beating it. And a joker for the wild card. When do you reshuffle? I think there's something about reshuffling. I don't know if you've had both jokers. I think that might be a rule. So we'll reshuffle all the other cards back in. Otherwise, you'd go for ages without a joker after that, wouldn't you? I think there's a line there. So wild card is going to press the attack on Tarn. This could be a solo adventure. Pressing the attack on Tarn means I'm doing a fight of D6. So it does come into your memory flex. 4 is not enough. Finally, he's missed me. He needed a 7 to hit me. And he only said I was doing one thing, which is rubbish. I should get out of that habit. Why has he been hitting me so easily the last few turns? He's just exploding. Gosh. Right. Hold on. What were those dice? Because he gets +2 to these, remember? Oh, just roll again. He's hit me. 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's hit me, but without a raise. And he's going to do D8, D8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Toughness is 6. I'm shaken. Tarn is having a really rough time. Sorcha sees what she can do. Double D6. Let's hit the wild card. We only need to hit a 5+ on one of these dice. 5+. We've hit him. And the damage, that's where we're let down, I think. Short sword, strength plus D6 is 2D6 again. Rolling high, please. Oh, double explosions. Do damaged guy explode? I think they do. Pretty sure they do. 18, 19, 12, 18, 19 damage. I didn't get raised, so I don't get extra D6. 19 damage over his toughness of 8. That is doubled it. It's only staggered in a wound. Right, I'm going to use the broken symbol for me, for the mind, broken mind, and yeah, she's starting to get a bit worried that Tarn's really taking a beating, and this could be the end of the whole little adventure. I don't mind if it is. It might roll that way. And then we're on to the bug, the little one. I'm glad I'm not bringing on reinforcements. D6, so just straight D6. 5 + 1, ganging up is a hit. D4, which always rolls a D4. 4, 5, 6, 7, needed 6. Gives me another wound. He can take another wound, and then he's going to be on death's door. cards, so I'm going to do a big reshuffle, put all the jokers back. Let's see if we can get some jokers. Let's see. Sorcha, 6 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, we're beating them. That's the grunt. And 3 of diamonds. Oh, the wild card beastie is going to go first. Oh, it's got Benny. He could have got rid of that shaken. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's before we retrograde too far. It needs to make a vigor roll D8. Oh gosh. A 1. It fails it. Nice. So he's going to stay staggered and wounded, which is just the luck we needed. Yes. Right. But it is going first. Clubs. Yeah, the clubs are last. Diamonds. We've got the wild card going first. It's going to try and... So it can't get rid of that wound now. It's run out of its own bennies. It does have the pool of common bennies it can use. The enemy has more bennies than the heroes. Right. So basically need to do that again. Oh, he would have got a D6. We'll ignore the D6. Do you get -1? Yes, he would have got -1, so that 4 wouldn't have counted because he's got -1 to it. So at 3, he still failed his vigor roll. Now, it's going to do another vigor roll. So D6 plus D8. So that's a 4. So he's passed it this time. He's got rid of the shaken, but he didn't get a raise, so he can't act this turn. He's literally just shaken off. So I like that pulpaliness moment. Is him. Now it's his Tarn. Tarn is going to hold. He wants Sarcher to distract. Describe the test. The foe is distracted or vulnerable. Your choice. Raise, it will also be shaken. So I'm going to take a test. My archer is going to take a test of Taunt. And I've got a raise there. I've got 6. Come on, this needs to be 3, 4 plus. Oh, we don't get the raise. So I make it vulnerable. Use and then I get a few more tokens on near me next time. But he's taken a wound. He's vulnerable, which means he's gonna get +2 from foe's attacks. So that was Sarcher's turn. Tarn, with his mighty axe, is going to swing at the big one. He doesn't want to make himself vulnerable because he's wounded. But he's already getting +2 to this anyway. He's just going to take the 1 hit. So D10, D6. That's his fighting. 5. That's not enough. We don't have any rerolls. Oh, 5 is hits. 5, 6, 7 is a hit. Don't forget +2. So yes, we've hit him. So then the damage is 2d10. That's a d8. Use sneaky d8. D10. 5, 6, 7. Toughness of 8. I don't get minuses because of my wounds to this. So I need to check what my minuses get applied to. Okay, yeah. So I didn't quite finish that battle within an hour. So that's another sort of takeaway of going down a roleplay route rather than the war game route. But I do feel like I've found my thing. I do really feel I found my thing. So let's see if Tarn and Sorcha can finish off the coalescing black masses, make it through the puzzle door, make another charisma check to will the goddesses, and find out if it's going to be a traitor at the end of when they get to the final room. I think they're making a nice bond at the moment, but I did allude there might be someone else. Let's see. Right, let's see if we can finish this battle. There's a spawn of little guys. The little guys was hitting on d6s. Hitting a barbarian 4. And that's going to do nothing. So that's, yeah, I think he's much better at making him vulnerable than trying to hit himself, because it's just no chance for that grunt to hit barbarian. So lucky earlier on, that exchange of blows. Anyway, where are we up to? It's dealing cards time. Tidy up around here. Sorcha. Oh, that's a nice fast one. Spades. Oh, barbarian. Tarn We've got the little grunts. What's the wildcard doing? Going last. This could be our chance. Don't think he's vulnerable. Should we try the same combo again? Or we just both wild attack him? Have 2 attacks on him with wild attacks. We're going before him. Right. Sarcha wants 2 attacks. -2. She's going to wild attack to make herself vulnerable. I've had enough of this room and the maddening little blobble in our eyes and our heads. So 2d6 to hit. 5. 5 was needed. That's all I needed. Oh no, -2. Counted by the wild charge with hits. We needed 5 plus. Damage is strength plus d8, so that's 2d8s in this case, I think. No, d6. D6 and a d8. D6 and d8. 8, which is enough, just enough to hit him. That puts him in shaken. First attack. Second attack, 2d6, needing 5 plus. Misses. She misses. So, Tarn does the same, but is much better. D10 plus D6. Going to have 2 attacks. Wild attack it. Again, I am getting -2 to this because of my wounds, though. So technically, it is -2 to these rolls. And we need to get over 5. So we're going to need to get over 7. So that's the first one, miss. Second attack. Oh, that's a cocked one. I'm going to give it again. A hit, but we've got an exploder here. Exploded again. So that's a 12, a 13, which is over the parry, which is going to do us extra damage, which is what we needed. So it's going to be 2d10 plus a d6 damage. And we've got an exploder, and that's a cocked one. This is a horrible bit of land. 4, I'm going to say that's cocked. I'm going to stop rolling there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. Not quite 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is a raise. So that is a wound and a wound. That's 3 wounds. Wildcards have 3 wounds. Is it the 4th wound that kills them? I think it's the 4th wound that kills them. And he's shaken. Now, if I was really mean, I could use the group bennies. But I want a short video, so I'm not. So this for the first attack. Second attack hits. That's the 2 heroes gone. Could have a rule that you can only use 2 bennies on anyone. Especially in a prolonged fight. The little guy is going to try and assist. What does he need? 4 plus? Nope. Little guy sort of wiggles around. The forces of chaos, as she will, seems to be overcoming the forces of chaos here. And then the wild card herself. She needs to unshake herself. That's a spirit test. That's 2d6s. 5. So no raise. She literally just unshakes herself. And we get a new round. Let's hope for some jokers for us. Sorcha, the archer. Tarn, the warrior. Insignificant extra. Real significant spider. Right. Tarn first. Tarn will wild attack. So d6, d10. Let's not do it on the table to be fair. That's better. 5. That's a miss. He's got +2, so it's 5, 6, 7. No, 5 is a hit. Parry's 5. So we've hits, but without a raise. So it's just a great sword. It's strength plus d10. That's 12. I don't know if I factor in my wounds. Oh, there's much more of a headache, isn't there? The war games do make it easier. Let's see. Toughness 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's still a raise. That is it. That's finished off. That is a hit and a wound. It shatters. There is a scream that rolls through, a bit of gust of wind. And the whole darkness, the coalescing darkness, just seems to shimmer and shade slightly. Leaping, Sacha rushes forward with a sword. She explodes. Meanly 7 exploding. That's rubbish. Parry 5. Yeah, so 7's not going to do much. But it thinks a D68, isn't it? For the damage. Double explode. And the minion is gone. Oh, that was hard work. And that feeling behind my eyes is still there. I'm not too sure what it is. Well, I think let's keep on our guard just in case more of those things turn up. Let's get about the business of repairing this door so we can continue on our quest. This must be the true way to the sanctum. That's why it'd be guarded so fiercely. And maybe that's what this chaos presence was trying to break down this door. We are the anointed ones. We will know what to do. So let's go to investigate the wall. What do you make of the patterns and runes? Do you recognize them? Let's do. Have anyone got investigation? We've both got notice. So Tarn will do a notice roll. It explodes. Into a 7. My rubbish explosions. Let's see if Sorcha can do any better. She explodes. She doesn't explode any better, but we both passed our test, so we notice. Yeah, look at the shape that's broken away. It looks like it'd need a physical test. Let's find which one is the right one. So smarts. I'm the smarter of the two. I will choose the block. D6. Easy peasy. We passed it. No raise. Go for that one over there. And you do the heavy lifting. D10, D6. Smashed it. Exploding with a raise. It picks up the block. Puts it in the right place. Right. My intention was, well, one intention that, intentions don't always come out, is that this would have been, maybe if they're all minions and not wildcard, maybe the wildcard threw me and sent me on a different path. But I sort of had the idea that I'd have number 1, 2, 3 under here. When I get it to there, find out a bit, trying to do the puzzle doors from Skyrim. I'd roll a dice, and if I rolled 1, 2, or 3, it would open. That matching the block that I brought across. So I could just bring all 3 blocks across and, fuss it. If I was under a fight, I could maybe get out of the room and maybe the enemies won't follow me in this one. But let's see what the next room is. We have the feature room. This is the altar room. This is where we need to take our sacrificial altar to. And we have... It is only a small encounter. Why is it small? I think I've written that wrong. That's a large encounter. That's 50 points worth of creatures, which is a bit hard to balance in Savage Worlds, I must say. But I think that's going to be a get a good feel of it. It seems to be sort of have about 3 minions per hero. But I would smatter that between if you have area of effects heroes that could take out a good swath. I've really got a direct damage archer from a range and a direct damage melee fighter just to learn the game. So puzzle doors opened. And it's got the altar room. Look at these ruins. I think the altar room will lie ahead. How should we prepare? I am wounded. Do you have anything for my wounds before we go on? And we'll leave it there. That is definitely the end of the video. And we'll see what is in the next room. We could roll up challenges and things like that. Let's see. We need my D8. We've got a 6. It's going to be a melee fight. Stand-up melee fight. Let's roll on the D10 for that. It's going to be a fight with ranged creatures. It's going to be a fight with a specialist. That someone's going to do extra things to us. A wild card, basically, again. And a 3-foot range foot and a specialist is going to be in there. And the challenge itself, it was a melee fight, isn't it? but just in case, gives us clues too. Moving things around, if that means anything. And what type of room does it feel like it's going to be? It's going to be a gate room. Well, sacrificial altars can be gate rooms. It's a prison that sort of winds up. So I feel like 4 things chained and like the dungeon heart chained. And somehow, if we move around those dungeon hearts and break the chains, sprinkle our sacrificial magic water on them, it will reinforce them. Let's leave it there, see how it comes out in the next video on Mark's Dice Tales, playing Savage Worlds. I'm probably getting it wrong, but playing it solo and enjoying it anyway. See you out there.